All right, I know what you're thinking. Why am I suddenly going all over the world in really amazing cars, almost no questions asked? Well, don't think too hard about it. Save your brain cells for where you need them, on the track. All you need to know is you're doing well. And there's brands out there that want to be attached to your name. And here's the nice bit. You get to choose who suits you best. So get reading the finer details because they're all going to demand different things from you. And each sponsor will offer different rewards, too. The final thing to consider is loyalty. You can only go so far with some sponsors, so don't be afraid to jump ship for a higher reward further down the road. This is all about keeping you racing, all right?
Ice. It's smooth, flat, and cold, and the only thing between you and the depths of the abyss.
Also, great in a soda to make it really crisp.
Good point. Ice, friend and enemy.
Icebreakers are for drift specialists with sweeping corners and long straights custom built for sweet, sideways action.
You gotta stay cool and keep control on a surface with very little grip.
I get it. Cool, as in ice.
Dude, I told you, stop explaining my jokes. It ruins the effect.
Dirt off-road श्रृङ्खला वास्तवमै रेसको लागि उत्साह र उल्लास ल्याउन खोज्दैछ। Conosciuti 140 Questo
Welcome back to the Dirt Podcast by Donut Media. It's me, James Pumphrey, and as always, I'm joined by my handsome co-host, Nolan Sykes.
Thank you, I'm flattered.
It is race weekend, people. Toot, toot! We got Jamie Chadwick on the line, coming all the way from Nevada. W Series champion, everybody. No need for an intro. Jamie, what is going on in the land of dice and desert lizards?
Hey James, how are you? Yeah, I'm in Nevada. It's super cool here. It's obviously a little bit noisy, but it's the big race coming up this weekend, and honestly, I can't wait.
Yeah, it sounds super noisy out there. Are you racing?
No, sadly not. It's a rare weekend off for me, but yeah, I'm here supporting AJ actually. I've heard he's going to be out practicing soon, so I might go try to sneak a little look if I can.
Oh, AJ, close personal friend of the show and myself. He came to my wedding. Don't mean to brag. So you're a big fan as well?
Oh, massive fan. Guilty as charged there. I think he's so exciting to watch. He's really one of the crowd's favorites. I also love how he's bringing up younger racers as well. It's so cool to see, and yeah, obviously a big fan.
So, Jamie, you're known for your open-wheel racing career. What is it about the dirt that attracts you to the sport?
I think what I love is the unpredictable nature. You know, you're always racing on different surfaces, everything's changing, there's such cool features, there's jumps. For us, I don't want to say it's boring, but it's very, very sort of monotonous. It's always the same, whereas I love the fact it's always changing for you guys in dirt, and yeah, it's so cool to see. It makes the racing that bit more exciting.
Speaking of unpredictable, AJ is known for a slightly unpredictable, some might even say risky style of driving. How do you think that plays out in the heat of competition?
I mean, it works for him. I think that's the thing. For some drivers, it just doesn't work and they crash out and they have incidences. But for AJ, he seems to manage the risk really well. He calculates it and he gets away with it, and it's cool to see him go for gaps that I don't think exist, but he makes it happen, and yeah, it's why he's drawn in the big crowds this weekend.
So, you think he's going to do pretty well this weekend then?
It goes without saying for me. I'm obviously in Nevada. I think if I were to put my money on anyone, it's on AJ, and yeah, fingers crossed he can have a good race.
Now moving on to the other side of the coin, a guy on the top of everyone's mind, a little guy named Bruno Duran. What are your thoughts on Bruno?
I mean, Bruno's got a lot of talent. It goes without saying. I think, love him or hate him, whatever you think, he's got a little bit of a chip on his shoulder, but I mean, he's got talent, and no one can deny that.
Yeah, but he's kind of like a, you know what I'm saying? He's kind of a...
But come on, everyone has different styles, and no one's going to be the same. Not everyone's AJ, sadly, but yeah, everyone's got different styles, and this is the way he's gone out to get results, and yeah, all credit to him, he's driving well.
Well, Jamie, when you hang up your racing gloves, I think you should run for office, because you're very good at not answering questions.
All right, we won't disparage you too much. Jamie Chadwick, thank you so much for calling in on the show. Have a lovely weekend off in Nevada.
Don't lose all your money.
Cheers, thanks guys. Big fan of the podcast as well.
Thank you so much.
Jamie Chadwick, everybody. We're going to take care of some sponsorship stuff, and we will be right back.
指示灯马上就要变绿了。
feel about a slight detour? You know, something a little extracurricular. I know the answer is yes. Of course it is. What I like about you, you got hunger. So I got this concept for you. It's called a throwdown. Sounds cool? That's because it is cool. A throwdown is like a challenge, a one-off challenge. You see, us superstars like to keep each other on our toes, so we like to throw down a little skill check. And guess what? You've been tapped for one. Funny how this keeps happening. I say something, then it happens. I don't know, maybe I'm a wizard.
Another Dirt Off-Road Series race about to get underway.
Racet har startet, og hvem er spent? I alle fall jeg.
Hold on,
no,
dude. Hold on. Okay, stop. What you're telling me is that Peter, aka Slap Train, the dude with the nerves of steel, went from the YouTubes to the drift cars. This brave dude got freaking scared by a squirrel?
Come on, guys. I mean, I appreciate it all. It was an angry-looking squirrel, though, James. I mean, you guys weren't there.
Yeah, they
man.
are scary.
Yeah, sometimes they're rats with bushy tails. But time to get serious. All right, let's bring it down. This is why you're on the show. All right, we gotta ask. What do you think of Bruno Durand?
Okay. I knew it was going to come. Figured, right? Let's get serious about it.
Yeah, he's been beefing with everyone lately. He's ruffled some feathers out there, especially James's. But his driving on the track, look, it backs all that trash talk up. So, are you a fan?
Am I a fan of Bruno Durand? I mean, in a way, yes. It's hard not to be impressed by his run of victories. I mean,
Absolutely.
he said he'd do it too.
Yep.
Now he's dominated in the Dirt Moto series his whole career, and now he's showing he's mastered the four wheels too. I mean, what can't this guy do?
Yeah, I mean, I cannot help but be impressed. And to be honest, he had to do something. I mean, you watch him in the Dirt Moto series, just wasn't doing it for him anymore. He wasn't getting any joy, no satisfaction out of it. So what does he do? He throws a little baby fit. He yells at a couple reporters after a couple of races, and apparently that's all you need to get a top seat in the Dirt Off-Road series these days.
I'm gonna go yell at some people.
Yeah, I'm gonna go yell at some people. Maybe I could be a race car driver.
I did see that. It's dirty, it's gritty, but the gamble paid off. And yeah, I do enjoy the attitude. I don't really think it's entirely sincere, though.
Ooh, juicy! Getting a little spicy in here.
So you're saying it's a bit of an act, then?
I mean, to a degree, he's already established in another motorsport, and now he's dominant in this series, too?
Yeah, I mean, one thing that this dude does not lack is confidence, so I'll give him that.
Right, so the race seems to be won before he rolls up to the starting line. He gets in your head, and he gets that mental edge over you before the race is even started. That's a strategy.
Yeah, one he's used his whole career before he switched over. And that counts for nothing if they don't back it out on the track.
Exactly, and he does, though. That's the problem. But be sure, we all want to know how he reacts to a loss. What is he going to do?
Yeah, exactly. You know, that is just as important to any champion, to any sportsman. You know, winning, you know, I don't want to say it's easy, but it's easy after you've won. What's really hard is after you've lost. So, who do you see beating him?
I've thought of it a few times. It's a tough one, but I got one in mind, and I'm going to give you another option that I'm not too sure on. But hey.
All right, cool, man. We're all ears. Hit us.
First, I'd say AJ.
Of course.
Why have we not seen them in the main event together yet?
Yeah,
Why?
that's a good question, man.
I think there's something behind that, though. There has to be. I mean, if you think about it, there has to have been an opportunity somewhere down the line.
I know, you would think that, but then you look at all the main events and it just never came. And here's the thing, when has our boy AJ ever backed down from a challenge?
Right? So there's AJ, and I think he actually wins that matchup, and maybe that's why we haven't seen it yet.
Yes!
I like that this has turned into a conspiracy podcast. Who else you got?
Okay, right before, maybe somebody emerges from the smaller teams.
Exactly. That's what I'm thinking. So we've seen this before. Someone just shows up and they bring something a bit different, something fresh, something new we've never seen before.
Sauce.
Yeah, a little sauce, a dry rub. You know, something spicy, right? And whether that's a skill or a style or whatever. And I want to point out that is very much like what Durand has done. But this person, I don't necessarily think has to be established in another motorsport.
No, exactly. You got me thinking about some sauce, though. A little bit of honey barbecue goes a long way right now, right? But somebody up and coming, though. Someone up and coming, and there's one or two that might be on the rise right now. So keep an eye out on that talent.
So, I gotta ask, how do you like your chances?
I've thought of it. I mean, to be honest, though, it's easy, right? No problem. I'm going to leave it to them, though. I'm a bit busy at the moment to get involved.
All right, man. I like your style. Watch out for those squirrels before you get into any race cars. We got to take care of some sponsorship stuff. We'll be right back. It's the Dirt Podcast by Donut Media.
Crowd's going wild as the drivers make some noise.